Hi all, welcome back to a new post today, and let's continue with the TSPSC current affairs for the upcoming mains 2023. And not recently, but yes, Telangana is a state which has its own gaming policy. Today, let's have a few insights about the gaming policy of Telangana, and also the animation, the visual effects and gaming and comics sector is a very booming sector in India. It's a sunrise sector. It's not still achieved its total potential, and the central government recently constituted a task force to charter the course for development to achieve the whole potential, especially because India is already having a booming IT sector, and especially with regard to state of Telangana, we need not tell you, but yes, we already have Hyderabad as a node for the IT sector in Telangana, and also the exports have been increasing recently. The Telangana government is also increasing the performance of IT in not only Hyderabad capital but also in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities as well. So we have various IT towers coming up and also various incubation centers for development of IT sector. Let's have a quick review about the gaming sector in the gaming policy of the Telangana government, which was given in 2016, and what is the strategy, objectives, and why the AVGC sector as an option for Telangana. What's the strength, and also what are the certain challenges? Let's look at all of these. Now, as I told you that the Information and Broadcasting Ministry at the center recently constituted animation, visual effects, gaming and comics task force under the chairmanship of the Secretary of Ministry of Information Broadcasting, Apurva Chandra, to help realize the full potential of the AVGC sector in India. Now, the task force was constituted for a national AVGC XR mission with about budget outlay to be created for integrated promotion and growth of this sector. They also the task force recommended for creation of a national AVGC XR mission and also launching of a Create in India campaign. It gave a detailed report on the development of this sector in India, but the two most important points is the AVGC mission and also Create in India campaign for exclusive focus on content creation in India, not only for India but also for the world. Now, establishing a national center for excellence for the AVGC sector and also to become an international reference point for skilling education, industry development, research and innovation for the AVGC sector. These are the highlights of the recommendation given by the task force. India, let me tell you, just contributes a very small part of the global AVGC market. That's about just $2.5 to $3 billion in the 260 to 275 billion market worldwide of the AVGC sector. So we have a lot of potential to grow and contribute. In addition now to being a nice IT sector, Telangana has also evolved into a major cultural hub with rich heritage in arts, crafts, dance, music, cinema, comics, etc. And this heritage is now paving the way for Telangana to become also a part of the entertainment industry. We already have the Tollywood here, with the advent of digital and many Tollywood movies, also with RRR making its mark in the Oscars as well. Now, with the advent of the digital technologies in the sector and the rapidly growing market, Telangana's entertainment ecosystem is poised to become the national and eventually a global leader as well. Now, the AVGC sector is being encouraged and promoted extensively by countries like China, Singapore, UK, the Netherlands, Canada, Japan, etc. These countries are also creating an infrastructure and ecosystem for the development of the industry. Like, for example, Dubai is coming up with the Media City in Dubai, Manchester in UK, Dutch Games Gardens by the Netherlands. India, one of the strength for the gaming sector, especially in India now is the second largest smartphone market in the world. India's smartphone penetration is already reached some 3+ million mobile internet users by 2017, and this is an official report given by KPMG. There were also approximately 100+ million 3G subscribers in India by the end of 2015, and already India is now venturing out into 5G, and most of the subscribers are 4G users. The development is therefore propelling the growth of the mobile computing industry in India. Gaming, animation, VFX, entertainment and allied industries are emerging. So first of all, digital penetration, internet penetration, smartphone mobiles with with 4G and 5G services, and most of the OTT coming on mobile platforms as well. So this is one of the major strength for the animation and the gaming market in India. The Indian animation industry is estimated to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 22%, and the gaming industry at a compound annual growth rate of 49% by 2015. This was said by the NASSCOM itself. Over the years, the animation, visual effects, gaming and the comics industry has now seen the entry of many global majors that have topped India's talent pool for offshore and also delivery of services as well. The global gaming industry includes manufacture of game hardware, developers of gaming software. The video game industry is cyclic in nature, and the installed base of next generation hardware platforms has had an effect on the demand of these gaming software as well. So what's the advantage of Telangana, especially with this regard to the development of the sector? Number one, first of all, we already have a developed IT sector here, so we already have abundant human resource and also reasonable cost. The number two is existence of the AVGC sector industry in the state. Like already we have international players like Walt Disney, Sony Entertainment, Microsoft, Soft Electronic Arts, etc. Domestic players like Tata, Elxsi, Purple Talk, Prime Focus, Rhythms and Hues, Prasad, FX, DQ Entertainment, Seven Scenes Entertainment, Green Gold, Makuta and Firefly, etc. are present in the state. Number three, cost of living is low compared to the other metros, and transportation also is very good with world-class social amenities here. Proven record of the IT industry. Recently I already spoke about the exports increasing from the state. Major opportunities for Bollywood and Tollywood pre and post-production works, experience of multi-platform development and design, and fast-growing telecom industry with improved mobile connectivity, internet penetration and 4G and 5G services as well. So these are the strengths on which the advantages that the Telangana government is counting on. So what exactly now are the challenges? But before going to the challenges, let's have a look at what is the objective of the gaming policy with regard to Telangana state. First of all, making Hyderabad as the most favored destination for animation, visual effects, gaming and comics. Then encouraging, supporting appropriate manpower development, infrastructure development, along with that business development, spreading awareness and create employment in animation, visual effects, gaming and the comic sector, bridging the demand and the supply gap of human resources through various skill development programs, attracting global majors and R&D companies in gaming, animation and serious animation into Telangana as well. So these are the objectives of the policy. Let's look at the strategy. The strategy is, number one, we need, for any sector to develop, we need the appropriate infrastructure. So providing the appropriate and the needed infrastructure for the AVGC, like AVGCI parks, which are going to be provided by the Telangana State Industrial Infrastructure Corporation. It will be the nodal agency to provide infrastructure for this sector. Number two is developing Hyderabad and the Tier 2 cities in the state like Warangal, Karimnagar, Mehboob and Khammam as AVGC nodes. Number three is providing talent pool, like setting up of the AVGC Academy. Government of Telangana will work in association with world-class institutes and also set up the academy in the state to provide communication skills, artistic skills, domain knowledge in AVGC sector to the students. This academy will help to create the talent pool that is required for the sector in the state to provide the required manpower. And then training and placement through the Task Academy, Task Telangana Academy for Skill and Knowledge. Task is a unique and first of its kind initiative in the country to strengthen the quality of the graduates coming out from the college by imparting the needed integrated skill set for the AVGC, both technical and non-technical, and therefore this task program will take the sector to the colleges and provide the needed skills, and also bring about the ICT industry academy and also the government together to graduate the students in this sector, which is going to boom in Telangana, and also provide the manpower to the country as well. Dedicated incubator, like we have dedicated incubators for the startup, for the IT, for also the pharmaceuticals, etc. Government is also planning for a dedicated incubator for the AVGC sector. In this sector, it will enhance the startup ecosystem participation participation, and also it will this incubated sector will help the companies at the beginning stage as well. Awareness creation, so there will be a lot of creation by the government according to this policy in the animation, visual effects, gaming and the comics industry. Government will conduct state of the art national and international events on the lines it was conducted for clean energy or electronic vehicles, etc. Conferences and exhibitions will be held. This is to create awareness among the people. Fiscal incentive. Now, fiscal incentives will be given for the companies or the startups coming up in the AVCG sector in the state. Now, the government will make available the following fiscal incentives like capital investment subsidy, reimbursement of the production cost, reimbursement of the production cost for these aviation, visual effects, gaming, comics, etc. Subsidy on the rentals for these companies, reimbursement of duties, reimbursement of levies if any. Power will be provided and to the mega projects. Recruitment assessment will be done by task and also other initiatives. Entertainment tax exemption will be provided. Reimbursement of quality certification costs, reimbursement of exhibition rentals and mega project incentives. So special incentives and subsidy package will be worked out for the mega projects and project assistance of strategic importance. And lastly, fiscal incentives for SC/ST women entrepreneurs. So these are the major steps that are going to be taken by the Telangana government for the AVCG sector in the state. Let's look at what are the challenges, and so these challenges will be tackled through the strategies of this policy. First major is, first of all, we have a shortage of the talent now profession needed in the AVCG sector. That's because the sector is very new. We also lack training institutions in this area. Now there is a problem of piracy. So the number 2 challenge is piracy. The software piracy rate is already 60%, and it is estimated that Indian entertainment industry loses a lot of money due to the pirated software. Lack of games to cater to Indian states. So India's culture, history, etc. The taste of the games are very different. Lack of the casual games that are customized to the Indian environment, society, lifestyle, culture that the users are habituated in the tier 2 and tier 3 cities are not catered to. Development of original IP. Now Indian gaming industry, this is the other challenge. Indian gaming industry is witnessing a shortage of funds and manpower. This prevents a player from developing original IP, which hampers the ability to be competitive with the foreign players. And the next challenge is payment hassles, non-availability of the one-click payment mechanism for the sale of games, which is now slowly developing. Regulatory challenges. The high import duty coupled with indirect taxes has made the prices of the games, console games, very dearer compared to the prices in the grey market. And this is another challenge. Need for effective revenue sharing models between the telecom operators and also the game developers. Indian telecom operators usually acquire revenue share in 60 to 70% because of their subscriber billing rights, and therefore there is a need for effective revenue sharing between the gaming developers and also the telecom operators. Infrastructure. There is lack of proper infrastructure, and therefore the first goal for the gaming policy is to develop the required infrastructure for the AVGC sector, like studios, adequate the infrastructure, the equipment, etc. for animation, gaming, visual, technology, etc. and also stream good internet connectivity. Lack of funding. Now this sector lacks funding because it's a nascent state. Obviously if there is a policy, if there is a strategy, if there is a hand-holding support from the government, there will be investments are slowly coming up for the gaming sector. And recently we've seen gaming also being in discussion because the GST slab has been imposed on the gaming sector as well. We already have a lot of online gaming coming up, which is now being slowly regulated by the government. For gaming companies, the other problem is lack of funds, like cutting edge services. It requires adequate funding for infrastructure, IP development mostly, and also pipeline of training courses, because it's always new. The gaming sector is always coming into newer technologies, newer developments, newer ideas. So there is constant need of resources for the sector, and lack of funding is a major problem as of now, which is slowly being tackled by the government at the center as well as the state. So these are some of the challenges with regard to. Now there's the Telangana government formed a consultative committee on animation, gaming and industry, which will be a joint committee with representatives both from the government, animation, visual effects, gaming and comics industry, for administering the incentives and also dispersing the required incentives and subsidies to this gaming industry. And such applications will be dealt by this committee. The state government therefore is taking all the efforts to help the existing industry and also to help grow the industry in the animation, visual, gaming and comic sector, which will definitely be a new arena for the IT sector as well, along with the emerging problems like data, artificial intelligence, your data mining, and also with regard to other important technologies emerging. So this is one of the area of the IT that is emerging and has a lot of potential to be developed, especially in a IT hub like Hyderabad and Telangana. Looking forward to the steps taken by the government, and let's see how the growth progresses. Definitely there will be a positive effect because already we have a base for the IT industry in the Hyderabad and coming up in the Tier 2, Tier 3 cities. So I hope this information was really helpful to you all, but if you did, do like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to comment, and I shall see you in my next post. Until then, happy learning.